Today, we're diving into 5 new metal and rock bands that you absolutely need to know about. There's a bit of everything here. Death, thrash, hard rock, something that I would call melodic groove metal, and some post-atmospheric black metal. There is a band so young that they could even be my grandkids, and there is a band with one of the pioneers of thrash metal that just started a new band 2 years ago. And a band from my home country, Iceland, that I didn't know existed. I knew about the country, not the band, but that band has taken the metal world by storm in just a few weeks. And as a bonus, I will tell you about the tool that I use to find new bands like this. But let's dive in. Let's kick things off with a band called Neckbreaker from Denmark. The name sort of says it all. This is very raw, no-nonsense death metal from a band that is so young that they're barely out of high school. These kids, they channel the raw energy of the early death metal stuff, but with a modern edge. I saw them opening up for Crypta earlier this year, and I knew right away this band is going places. Neckbreaker just released their debut album called Within the Viscera just a few weeks ago, and it's filled with kind of crushing riffs and energy that makes you want to take someone and fucking shake them. They will be touring Europe next year, so definitely keep an eye on them, because this is a band you want to see live. I bought tickets already. And by the way, I'm going to put links to all the bands in this video in the first comment below. Next up is a band called the Riven. It's a Swedish hard rock band, and they kind of channel the 70s energy of like Deep Purple, Thin Lizzy and that kind of stuff, but with a modern flair. They were founded in 2016. They released 2 full albums, and the last one called Peace and Conflict came out in 2022. Let's check out a little sample here. So if you're a fan of the old school classic rock like Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, Thin Lizzy and the likes, then this band will be right up your alley. Now before we get into the next band, let me tell you about the tool that I use to find new music. I run this Spotify playlist called New Metal and Rock Weekly. Every Friday morning is updated with old bands, new bands, big bands, small bands, everything in between, all new releases. It's the best place to keep track on new music. And now you can subscribe. There is a link in the description and the first comment below. Let's travel all the way to Japan. That seems to be the hotspot for new metal and rock these days. The band is called Saiseiga. They were founded in 2020, but these guys have really been working it because they released their 4th album this year called The Black Hole. In the band's own words, their music is about creating heavy and dynamic sounds to get rid of all negative feelings of the listener. That's pretty deep, isn't it? The songs by this band can go from left to right in a millisecond, and they're not afraid of experimenting. That actually makes that music stand out, but at the same time makes it hard to label it. And their singer Regan has this amazing range. It sometimes feels like there are 3 or 4 singers in this band. It's just insane that this is one person. Now let's talk about Moor, a sensational band from my home country, Iceland. As far as I know, this band was founded in 2018, but they just released a few weeks back their self-titled debut album. That album has been getting some raving reviews in the music press, and I personally think that this is my favorite album of 2024. Check this out. It's really hard to put a finger on this. Some sort of a progressive post-atmospheric black metal or something like that. And the vocals are all over the place. Clean, screaming, shouting, crying, it's all there. And for me personally, what is interesting is that they actually take elements that I usually don't like and turn it into something brilliant that I love. But I also feel some truly Icelandic elements here, kind of reminding me of bands like Sigur Rós and Solstafir, but expressed in a unique way. If you like discovering new bands like I do, then now might be the perfect time to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, because there is more where this came from. Next up is Dieth, a band formed by Megadeth co-founder David Ellefson. This band is by no means any sort of replica of what he was doing with Megadeth. This is straight up mix of death and thrash with super heavy grooves. Really cool stuff. They released their debut album To Hell and Back in 2023. There is a song on this album that is quite interesting called Walk With Me Forever. Very emotional, great lyrics. It is, as far as I know, the first and only song that David Ellefson sings lead vocals. I saw this band live just a few weeks ago and was definitely fierce and in your face. So listeners who enjoy kind of modern death thrash hybrids like Power Trip, Revocation, you will like this band. So here you have it, 5 new bands that you have to go and check out now. Let me know which bands stood out, if any, and then tell me which new bands you have discovered. And then I have this video up here, that's my last episode on the same topic, 5 great bands.